Good day everyone. Today on the bench I'm going to tie you up a flying ant. This is a food source that these fish are very highly sought after for the acidic content of them, and it's quite important for the trout's diet. So here's a little fly that you'll want on with you when you're fishing streams and lakes. So here's an easy pattern. It's quite durable and I find it quite effective. So the materials I'm using to tie this fly, I'm going to use some black 6/0 thread. I'm going to use a size 14 S10. That's a regular standard down eye hook. It's actually a little finer hook, Gamakatsu. The body, I'm going to use some UV ice stub. This is black, UV black. It's got a very nice sheen to it. The shell back, I'm going to use some small rainy float foam. This comes in packages at your fly shops. The hackles, I'm going to use some white and black. These are the long super saddles. And we'll go to work and get a hook in the vise here and show you how easy this one is to tie up. They're small, so they just make sure you do it right. They're small and innocent. You still got to have them the right proportions and have them looking right, but trout do get fussy on these ants. I overlooked this pattern for many years, really I did. So to start, we get our thread on the shank as we always do, dress the hook. I'm going to cut a small piece of this foam, a little chunk there like that. Bring my scissors in and I'm going to cut it lengthways. Cut it in half lengthways. Okay. And then we'll take, more reason I use 6/0, I can lean on a little bit more to, you'd think you'd use 8/0 for a smaller fly, but I gotta, usually you break it. I can lean on this foam a little better here and build this body. Tie that down really good. Now usually with my rotary vise I'll just spin that on, but I'm gonna dub this by hand. I want the body pretty tight. I don't want it buggy. I just want that nice shine and build a good body at the back here. Okay. To the rear of the hook. Cover that foam up for starters. We want to make sure it's most of the flying ant's the body's going to be at the rear. There's not much of the front. Get these proportions fairly close, and it's important you have the right profile. Alright, that looks pretty good. Any stragglers out? I'm not making it too buggy there. As you can see, I want a nice tight little fly. I'm going to come in behind here with my shell back and get a little space. There we go. Wrap that down good and snug. Now I'm taking some of that black super saddle dry fly. I want to use some very small legs. I'm going to get to that in just a second. That's going to cover up my wing. So what I'm going to use here just off the bottom to get these really big spade feathers, we call them. They're really not a lot of use for them, but this works quite well here. I'm just going to go back to back with them like that so they splay out. Cut some of the end off we don't need. And then I'm going to come in here just on top. Measure them pretty much where I want them. Take a soft loop. Pull these to the side. Take a little time with this. See, that's a little bit long. That's okay. You can just shorten them up. Take a little time to get them matched up. That looks pretty good right there. Cut those butts off. Fairly close. So that's what the fish see in the bottom. That looks like a pretty good flying ant pattern to me right there. Now I'm going to grab my black dry fly hackle here, super saddles, you can use those. You can use neck hackle, whatever you got, but small. And then I'm going to put a lot of hackle in the front, in the middle here. Cover up those butts. And there we go. Make sure everything's nice and straight. Got enough room to sneak a little bit of dubbing on there. Wee little bit. Get that thorax on this fly. There we go. There, and I come right to the eye. I'm just going to come in behind. I just want to pinch a little bit of foam down right at the eye, and I can tie that off right there. No need to go right at the eye there. Give that a little bit of head cement later on, just a wee little dab, and I'll just come in here and trim that off. Just put a little, cut those corners off a little bit, make it look a little neater. There's a nice little flying ant pattern right there. Folks, that does work. That'll put some trout in the net for you for sure, and some good ones. You'll be surprised. Fishing ants is a lot of fun. I don't put an indicator on there. It starts getting too bulky for me. I like the thin profile. That UV ice tub does a wonderful job in the bottom. Gives you a shiny appearance. It's easy to work with. Shape your body. This Rainey's float foam. That's a great material. Comes in all sizes and colors. So good luck with that one. It's the flying ant. Catch you next time.
To watch all our latest Sport Fishing on the Fly episodes and to order Sport Fishing on the Fly merchandise, head to www.sfotf.ca. And if you would like to book an adventure like this one shown, head to ontheflyadventures.ca and book yourself the trip of a lifetime.